Good morning, friends. How's everybody doing today? I wanted to start our time together today with just a little bit of a chat. It seems as though there's been a lot of controversy in the last week or so with the whole stay-at-home order being extended. And I just feel sad that so many people are arguing about things right now. And I feel like it's a time where instead of being more divided, we should actually try and be more united. And the other day, when I asked people about strategies for kind of coping with this pandemic, one of the responses I got back I really liked, and I think it kind of fits in well right now for this whole controversy between parties and between the different stay-at-home orders. So I'm just going to share it with you. So this particular response, and maybe some of you read it on the Facebook page, but I want to share it anyway. I keep remembering that the whole earth is doing this at once. Never before has this happened. We are slowing down and assessing our patterns of life. I feel like I can connect with everyone's hearts across the earth. We finally respect where we came from and can breathe the fresh air. I am grateful. So I feel like if more people were listening to that and practicing that, things might be full of a little bit more peace and calm and joy. So with that, today is a practice called Chair Strength and Balance. And this is a class that I normally teach at the Merrill Enrichment Center. And I do have a pretty big following there. And I do have we are a number of senior citizens that come there to practice. So I like to try to offer things to keep everybody moving. So the chair is there to help you with balance and stabilize you. And you can use it or not use it. You can probably do a lot of the things that we're going to do on your yoga mat without a chair if you want to modify that. So let's check in and see who's here. Oh, hi, Tammy, and that means Nita's there too. Nancy Reinhardt, Kathy Robinson, good morning. And that's all for right now, but maybe more will pop in as we get going. So I'm going to mosey on back to my chair. And we're going to start with just kind of warming up our bodies a little bit before we actually go into the strength and balance part. So let's just find a seated pose on our chair, or you can be standing, that's fine too if you like, or sitting on your yoga mat. And we're going to begin really simple, just turning the head to the right, and then all the way over and through to the left. Go ahead and do this on your own, just nice and easy. Kind of waking up the head neck region, letting your shoulders be down and relaxed. One more to each side. And then head back into neutral, letting that chin bow down. And then we'll start just kind of rolling the head in that lower half from side to side, almost like ear to ear or ear to shoulder, side to side. Again, still just working on waking up that head, neck. Awesome. Chin down to the chest one more time. And then head to neutral. Great. Let the arms and hands just hang and we'll roll those shoulders out. Smiling. And roll the other way. and relax. Let's move into some angel arms. So we'll inhale our arms up, and as you breathe out, release. Awesome. Later, we're going to be doing some of this arm movement as we do some squatting. So we're just trying to prepare the body for our strength and balance workout. Let's go ahead and stay right here. Now, just bend your elbows a little bit and rotate from side to side, kind of wake up the torso, the middle half of the body. We're going to be doing some wood choppers, and those involve some rotation. So again, just trying to get things ready for our workout. Let's go ahead and land back at center point. How about a forward bend? Now you can take your feet apart a little ways if you like, and then slowly come to a halfway point and just see how things are feeling. And if you like, you can go down deeper. So as I mentioned, everything we've done so far, you could be doing standing in your mountain pose. Let's go ahead and come on back up. How about a little bit of cow-cat in a seated position? So first, with your hands on your knees, start to slide the hands back toward you. Open your heart, draw your shoulders back. And then as you take an exhale, slide your hands back to your knees, tuck in your chin, tuck your belly in. Then let's breathe in. We're coming back to the cow. So again, shoulders are back. You should notice a back bend in this cow pose. And then exhale. Let's come back to the cat, rounding and tucking. Inhale. Here we come back into cow. And then exhale, it's cat. Inhale, make your way just back to a neutral position. Awesome. Let's check on the hips. So maybe you'd like to lift that right leg up and go ahead and just draw some circles with that leg. Good morning, lovely hip. And then go ahead and take it the other way. Land it. Check out the other hip, same thing, just drawing those circles. And go the other way. So it looks like another spring day where we need to make our own sunshine, which I know is challenging, especially during our stay-at-home order. Nice. Let's pick up the other leg and get into the ankle, just circle it around. So thinking of ways to bring sunshine in your day right now, doing some exercising, hooray! Let's go ahead and check on our other ankle, bringing it up and rotating around. And other direction. And release. All right, so let's do another forward fold. We're still warming up. So come up to standing, and you might want to come behind your chair, hands on the top part, and then walking yourself back into kind of a half forward fold position with a nice long spine. Good, and then walking up from that, coming to your chair, rising up toward your toes, feel your calf muscles, and go ahead, land it. Rock back under your heels, maybe pick your toes up. Ooh, that one feels good. Let's come forward again and up onto the toes. And lower, and lift the toes. One more of each, so rising back up to the balls of the feet. And landing that, and again, curling those toes in. And rest. While we're here, we'll do one more half forward fold. And go ahead and travel up. All right, I'm gonna spin my chair back around. And you can have a seat. So, functional movement is important, as we all know. And getting up and down from a chair is important. And so one of the things we often do in this class is we practice kind of our chair pose from yoga, but we come all the way back down to the seat. Now, if you can, try and do this without your hands, but if you need your hands, feel free that when you're sitting down, you can reach back. So here's what it's going to be. On an in-breath, we're going to stand up into mountain and raise our arms up. And on the out-breath, we're sitting back down. Let's try again. Breathe in and breathe out. So we're working a squat here. Inhale and exhale. So it's our chair squat with functional movement. Keep it going. And again, on your way down, if you're feeling a little insecure and you need to bring your hands to the chair, that's fine. You can work toward less and less of reaching back and using your hands and arms. Is anybody out there counting? Let's do one more. Awesome. Great job, everybody. So with that one, we're going to be alternating back and forth. We'll do each exercise 2 times. Now, if you want to do each thing once, that's fine too. So it's your practice. Do what feels good for your body. We're going to be doing our wood chopper. So I'll show you this without weights first, and then we'll decide if we'd like to maybe use some hand weights. So what we're going to be doing is pretending like we're chopping wood. So I'm starting with my hands and arms up over my right shoulder, and then I'm chopping wood down in front, across my body. And then I'm inhaling when I bring it up, and I'm exhaling when I'm bringing it down. So if you were standing and doing this one, you could even add in a little bit of a squat if you wanted to. So decide if you'd like to grab a weight, and we'll start chopping some wood. Let's bring it up over the right shoulder, and as we chop, we exhale, and as we come up and across, we inhale. So let's keep this wood chopping going. We have a lot of wood chopping to do at our house. So many trees and branches came down over the winter through all the storms. But our yard is like super wet right now, so it's kind of hard to go in and deal with it without being ankle deep in water. Let's do one more on this side. All right, now we've got to balance it out by switching sides. So we'll bring it up over that left shoulder now, and we'll chop the wood. Notice we're rotating through our torso. I'm kind of watching myself as I chop the wood so that my head and neck are staying with me throughout this rotation. Starting to build a little bit of heat here. How about you all? Building some heat out there with me. And we'll do one more on this side. And then we'll set the weight down if you're using a weight. So we're going to be going back to the chair sit this time, just so you can see alignment. I'm going to do my chair sideways. So let's inhale, and we're coming up to our mountain pose. And then exhale, sitting back down into the chair. Breathe in, root through the feet, rise and reach. Exhale, sit and land. Breathe in, breathe out. Keep it going. So your spine is long, your belly's tucked in. If you wanted more from this, you could maybe not sit all the way down and just kind of hover over your chair. Let's do one more. All right. We're going back to chopping wood again. So like I said, we're going to do each thing 2 times. Let me just check in and say hi to some people. Mary Eck, Michelle, Marjo, Todd, Mary Like, is it Like? Sharon Schmidt, Rogine. Great. Good morning, everybody. Here comes wood chopper. Are we ready? Weight up over the right shoulder. Let's breathe out as we rotate and chop our wood. Breathe in when you're coming back over. Take it again, chop, and up. You got this. So remember, you can use weight, or you can just do the motion without any weight. You could use soup cans or water bottles for weight. Dream up whatever you like. We'll do 2 more on this side. Feeling that rotation. Here comes our last one. All right, and then we'll switch sides. So remember, you could be standing, we're starting side 2, and doing a little mini squat while you're doing your wood chopper. So feel free to do whatever you'd like to do. It's all about listening to your body and what you need in this moment. Let's do our last one on this side. Whew, all our wood is now chopped. We are 25% through our workout. Let's come back up to standing. Feel free to run and get water if you need some. You are going to come behind your chair for the next one, just so that you have a little bit of balance. So we're going to be working on kind of inner outer thigh, hip, and if you want, you can be adding in some arm movement. So first, let me just give you the demo quick, and then you can decide if you want to do the arms, then you could add a weight if you like. So we're going to isolate on one side. I'm going to take my right arm and right leg to the side, right arm reach across, and then come back. So it's just going to be same arm, same leg, but going in opposite directions. So if you think you might want to grab a weight for this one, go ahead. If you don't want to do the arm movement and you just want to do the leg movement, that's fine. So here we go. It's right leg with right arm across. Although actually, I should be mirroring you, so You might be doing lefts. I don't know. As long as you're moving and doing something, that's all good with me. So this is a nice stretch too. Hope you're liking this one. I think it feels pretty good. Do a couple more. And last one. So one thing I didn't mention before we started this one is you can kind of experiment how much you're holding onto the chair with that opposite hand. So maybe, go ahead and get started, maybe you're just lightly touching the chair with 1 or 2 fingertips, because then, aha, we're working on some balance too, aren't we? The leg that's not moving, the standing leg, is even working. I bet you can feel that. If I'm going too fast, feel free to slow it down. Let's do one more. Nice. Did you work on your balance on that one? I hope so. So what we're going to do with that one in combination is going to be a seated fold with a bicep curl. So when we're coming up, it's actually like a reverse crunch. So again, just so that you have a better picture of alignment, I'm going to turn my chair and I will show you what the next one looks like, and then we'll get going together. So for this next one, you're sitting with good posture. You're going to have the weights kind of up by your shoulders. Now, as you come forward into your forward bend with a long spine, you're letting the weights come down. And then as you come up, you engage your core and curl your bicep muscles. So it'll be an out breath when we're going down and an in breath as we rise. So if you want weights, go ahead and grab them. Here we go. Exhale and inhale. Keep the spine long. Tuck your navel back to your spine so that core is engaging. If you would like to just do bicep curls, you could just be sitting in your chair doing the arm movement without folding forward. I hope you're starting to feel this one. Let's do a couple more. And last one. Good, awesome. So we're going back to the side leg lift with the opposite punch across. So I'm going to grab a weight for this one. So remember, this is the one where the arm and leg are opposite, reaching across. Are we ready? All right, here we go. So see if you can also work on your balance a little bit. So maybe not using the chair so much. I just moved my hand to my hip. But remember, it's fine. If you need that chair for balance, just go ahead and use it. One more. Awesome. Let's go ahead and try the other side. Here we go. So I increased my weight from the first time that we did this one. I used a 3, and now I grabbed the 5, and I can really feel the difference between that 3 and that 5 in this particular exercise. 2 more. Last one. Nice. All right. We're going to sit down again and do the forward fold. I'm going to crack my sliding door open over here. I'm getting a little warm. All right, so remember, we're sitting tall with good posture. The knees are right over the ankles, and we're going to be folding forward and doing the bicep curl. So let's start with the weights up here. As we hinge forward with a long spine, we exhale, and then we inhale as we come back up. Let's keep this going, hinging and coming back. So remember that you can do as many of these as you like. If you want to sneak in a few more, keep on going. If you want to do a few less, just take a little break. We're almost to the halfway point, our 50% mark. Let's do one more. All right, nice work. So we are now to the 50% mark of our class. And hi, Vicki. We are moving on to our next set. Let's come behind the chair again. I'll spin mine around. So we did do some chair squats. Now we're going to take that squat a little wider. So we're going to take our feet and legs wider than the legs of your chair, maybe by about 4 or 5 inches or more. And we're going to be doing a wider squat now. And we're going to be doing that angel arm motion that we did in our warm-up. So let's start with our arms up over our head. And as we come down into the squat, the arms come down. And as we rise up and out, they're back overhead. All right, let's keep this going. So I like to exhale when I'm squatting, and then big inhale up to the top. Sometimes I call these my non-jumping jumping jacks. I know that sounds kind of goofy, but that's what they feel like. So we're getting that nice squat. Now, if you wanted to be adding resistance, you could be holding on to some weights here. Or, if this was challenging for you, you could have just kept your hands on the chair, last one. All right, let's see what I got coming up next. All right, I'm going to turn again so that I feel like you get a better visual of the next one. We're going to be doing upper body, and it's a combination of a row to a tricep kickback. So let me show you first, and then I'll give you a second to get ready. So what we're going to be doing is hinging forward like we're coming into a forward fold. Our spine is nice and long. The arms are hanging down. So you're going to roll up, elbows toward the sky. You're going to keep your arm in that position and just extend the lower part of the arm back and in, and then all the way back down to where we started. So if you want to grab weights, go ahead. And then let's all start to hinge and fold from our hips. Notice the nice flat back, keeping the spine long, and then letting the weights hang. So first, you're going to roll your elbows to the sky, and then kick back, bend, and back down. So it's elbows up, extend, bend, and down. Elbows, extend, bend, and down. Keep this going. So you could be doing this from a standing position and maybe hold your chair pose. That would be a little more work for the legs. Let's do 2 more. Last one. And then go ahead, we'll set the weights down. Grab a drink of water if you like. I'll spin my chair so I can go back behind again. Now, we're doing the non-jumping jumping jacks again. So this time I'm going to add some lighter hand weights. Feet and legs are apart, toes turned out a little bit. And remember, we're going to start with the arms in the up position. And as we come down into the squat, we lower. And then we inhale up and over. So if you did try to add weights and they're too much, when you come down for your squat, just go ahead and set them down on the floor. It looks like I might have backed up a little too far. I sort of brushed my slanted ceiling on that last one. As long as I don't put a hole in the wall, then I'll get yelled at. Woo! I think we'll do one more. Yeah, baby. Those are feeling pretty good. Let's go ahead and get ready for the row to the tricep kickback again. How's everybody doing? So to get prepared, we'll hinge forward, nice long spine, abdominals tucked in, arms hanging at the side. Let's row our elbows up, extend, bend, and down. Up, bend, and down. You got this. Keep that breath motivating you. Don't hold your breath. Let's do one more. All right, you can set them down. Woo! I think we're at 75%. So go ahead, grab some water if you like. Yeah? All right. I'm going to turn my chair back around. So this next one is going to bring a little bit of balance into our practice, a little more balance, I should say. So you can come over onto maybe the right hand side of your chair, and then you've got your opposite hand for some balance if you need it. Now I'm going to encourage you to maybe just lightly hold the chair. So we're going to start by taking the outside leg up and drawing some circles. Now your other hand could be on your hip, or maybe you're using it to help you balance. Let's go the other way. So we're balancing on one, getting a nice hip rotation with the other. And then we are going to do a hold. So you can either hold it with your toe real close down to the floor, or you can kind of come into more of what we call the stork. Maybe you're letting go just briefly. You know the chair is there if you need it. Sometimes I like to do silly stuff but usually there's music playing too. All right, let's go to the other side. Starting first with just some circles. You can go any direction you want as long as you switch when I ask you to switch. So I'm working on some balance here while I'm working on strength. Let's go the other way. And we'll land it again. I usually like to call this one the sandhill crane instead of the stork, just because I love sandhill cranes. Let's go ahead and land it. All right, so with that one, you can go ahead and have a seat. And we're going to do another one for core. So this one is called a cross crunch. So if you wanted to do this one on the floor, you'd be on your back and your knees would be bent and your hands would be behind your head and you would just be going to opposite sides. You'll see what I mean when I get going with it. But it's a good workout in the chair too. So we're going to have our arms at the sides with the elbows bent. Hello. And what we're going to be doing is opposite. So I'm going to pick up my right leg and bring my left elbow toward it while I'm rotating. And then I'm going to come all the way back. Now let's keep the shoulders down and relaxed so we're not like this. We're here. And then switch sides. So what I like to do is exhale when I come across and inhale when I come back. So go ahead and continue this cross crunch at whatever speed you'd like. Don't worry if your elbow and knee don't quite touch or connect. It's all good. So my shoulders are already getting a little tired from this one, more than my core. But my shoulders have kind of been my weaker point in my 50s for me for some reason. One more on each side, but at least I can still use them. So I'm happy. Woo! All right, so let's let the arms hang and roll it out. Give those shoulders just a little TLC. And go the other way. Awesome. We're standing back up to do the balance with that movement of the hip joint, those nice circles. So pick a side, any side. And again, maybe see if you can work on balance, so just using the chair a little bit. Let's go ahead and begin to circle the leg whichever direction you like. And other way. I keep thinking of that song, forget your troubles, come on, get happy. I don't know, it just keeps coming through my head. But that's kind of how I am. I always have songs buzzing around in my head. Let's hold it, and remember, you can hold it down here if you like. It doesn't have to be up high. And you can work on your balance. Let's go to the second side. Here we go. Rotating that leg around. This is one where I feel like, oh, I'm trying to climb up over that fence. Yeah? You don't have to go that high. And then go the other way. Climbing over. Let's go ahead and hold this one in our sandhill crane. Maybe let your crane fly. Whoa. Maybe do the funky chicken. Okay, I'm getting a little weird. Let's land. Have a seat. Well, it is kind of weird doing these videos because I really feel like I'm talking to myself. So, yeah, it's a little goofy. We're going to do the elbow to knee one more time. So maybe bringing the arms to the sides, but keeping the shoulders down. And then when you're ready, rotating and coming across, and then landing back. Exhale and inhale. So I wanted to mention to you all that if any of you are feeling lonely or sad or anxious or anything like that and you need someone to talk to, I'm always here. Just send me a reply on this Facebook page, and if you want to talk, we can talk on the phone. I'm here for you, and let's end that right now. Ooh, again, my shoulders were feeling it more than my core. Let's roll it out. And go the other way. And rest. I can hardly believe it. We're at 100%. So how about now we just do a little bit of stretching before we do our closure and end our practice together. So how about arms are down, we'll do a lateral stretch. We're going to bring that right arm up and then gently over and just breathe into it. If you want to kind of look up a little bit toward the arm, get a little bit of stretch in the neck and head. And then we'll let that go. Let's go to the other side. Up and over, ground through the feet, and just enjoy the stretch. And letting that one go. All right, how about we take the right arm across our chest now. Use your other hand to gently push back. Go ahead, turn your head. Gently pressing back on the elbow, lengthening through the shoulder and the tricep. Plus, we're getting a rotation. Take that same arm and guide it up over your head if you can, behind your head. Tuck your chin and press down. And then we'll release that. All right. Taking the left arm across, use your right hand to press back. Turn the head, looking over to the right. And again, just breathe here. Feel the rotation. Feel the stretch through the shoulder and arm. And come up. Oh, we got to take it over the head. Almost forgot. Over the head and gently press down. And then we'll go ahead and bring it back. All right, let's do another rotation. So we'll take our right hand and arm, we'll come through as we rotate to the left, bringing our hand down to our knee or thigh, letting the other hand reach behind, let the shoulders relax. And then if you like, starting to turn your head to the front and maybe a little bit over to that right side. And then the head comes all the way back and we'll come out of the rotation. Let's go the other way. Left hand and arm is guiding us into the rotate. Hand coming down to the leg, other hand reaching back. Sitting tall, shoulders down, and then head, if you like, coming around. And we'll bring the head back, and we'll come back around to the front. Let's go ahead and start to hinge from the hips, folding forward. Maybe you're coming to a half fold. Maybe you're going to come a little lower, deeper. Find the place that serves your body. And start to rise back up again. Let's pick up the right leg. See if you can bring that ankle to rest up on the thigh. This is our pigeon pose. If you like, and it's available to you, you might pick it up and just do a little bit of rocking. And let it rest again. Well, this is my good hip. My left hip is more open than my right, so you notice that the leg is more down and flat. Let's go ahead, take that one off and switch. And this is how you can kind of judge your hip flexibility. So notice on this one, look, my knee is up quite a bit higher than it was on the left side. And even with all the yoga I've done over the years, that right hip is just always been a little bit tighter, and who knows, it could be what's going on even with my skeletal structure, my bone structure. Or maybe it's something I did when I was younger, or maybe it's because I always cross my right over my left instead of my left over my right, or I don't balance it out. I don't know. But notice if you have a difference between your hips. And then let's go ahead and rock this one. Sometimes our bodies get into certain positions just because of habits that we have over the years. And then we'll let that go. Good. Let's let our legs extend out long in front of us and kind of point your toes forward. Just take a couple breaths here. And then go ahead and find your heels and curl your toes in. Keep curling them in as you breathe. And then release, just come on back in. So I'm gonna come on down a little closer to the screen for our closure and wrap up. Hi Gail, hi Patty. So I'm reading a good book right now, and it's about a woman who is going through an awakening process. And one of the things that she talks about on this path toward awakening is how important it is to nourish ourselves with kindness. Nourish yourself with kindness. So one of the tasks she talks about is saying nice things to yourself. So we're going to say 3 things, but I'll say it first, and then if you're out there with me, you can say it to yourself. Be well, my dear one. Be safe, my love. Live in joy and peace, my sweet friend. So think about saying those kinds of things to yourself. Be well, be safe, live in joy and peace. Nurture yourself with kindness. Remember what I showed you on Monday. Love is greater than fear. Let's bring our hands together. Namaste. Thanks everybody for joining me. Hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.